In Ron Vitiello, he's the former acting ICE director under President Trump and former Border Patrol chief under President Obama. Ron, I want to get into what the difference here is between Title 42, which is at some point going away, and now Title 8. That's the authority that'll be left, that they'll be using at the border. What's the difference, and why is Title 42 so much easier to expel people with?
Well, thanks for having me on. Title 42 is in U.S. code. It regards public health. And so it allows HHS, delegated to the DHS, frontline employees can expel people, regardless of their circumstance, at our southwest border, back into Mexico to protect us all from pandemic conditions. It was always going to sunset. It was always based on what the pandemic was doing, now challenged in court to be ended. And what it does is it allows the Border Patrol to quickly adjudicate those that qualify for expulsion. So maybe a half hour to adjudicate somebody to expel them back. Once they end Title 42, whether by the court or some other method, then Title 8 is the criminal code that allows frontline employees to arrest and prosecute people who come into the border, to come across the border illegally. They're not going to do that because they're so far overwhelmed. Once Title 42 comes down, they'll be busier than they are now, both in volume of people coming and in the workflow. What used to take a half hour to adjudicate is now going to require them about 2 to 3 hours to adjudicate. So it's a bit about the workflow. But Title 42 would not be an issue if this administration followed the law. It is a federal crime to cross the border illegally and make a specious claim for asylum in the United States. They had tools when they took over this presidency with the migrant protection protocols that allowed people to have their due process, allowed them to have their asylum claims, but wait in Mexico instead. And because of that, we had 40-year lows in activity on our southwest border. This administration is flouting federal law. They refuse to prosecute. They refuse to put policies in place that they know will work, and in fact tore down policies that were working, and now we're seeing it in real time.
Well, you're seeing it in a number of cities. Really, over the last several weeks, it's been El Paso. Take a look at what El Paso says it's been spending, $9.87 million this year trying to do with it. New York City's mayor says he needs $1 billion to help deal with all of this. The Congress passed in the omnibus several $100 million to help communities receive a lot of these migrants, humanitarian assistance. Is that enough?
It's not. These cities are not equipped for that. The border is not equipped. The DHS facilities are not equipped. What they needed to do is enforce the policies that existed before. That bill should have had conditions for that money. Yeah, okay, let's give them the relief. Let's give those communities that weren't allowed to plan for this nonsense. Let's help them with some resources. But let's put policies in place that help us control that border. Let's give the tools that the men and women of DHS need to control that border. That's what needs to happen. This is what we get with a president who cares nothing about the southwest border.
Ron, let me ask you this, though, Ron. You worked in the last two. You worked in the last two Democratic administrations as well. What is the big difference between the Obama administration and the Biden administration on this issue?
That's an interesting question. I was a career employee for most of my career, except for that last 9 months under the Trump administration. Obama didn't believe in enforcing the border either. They just hit it better. This administration has openly called for an open border. And you can see, here's an example. They're blaming Governor Abbott for what happened over the weekend, sending a bus to the Naval Observatory. But they don't say anything about tens of thousands of people crossing the border in the same weekend in El Paso. Oh, and then, by the way, they took the state of Arizona to court because they had the gall to put border barriers on the southwest border to help control the flow across the border of illegal aliens in Arizona. So we know where this administration stands, and this is what we get with Democratic control and weakness in this omnibus bill and not helping the front line solve this problem.
Ron Vitiello, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.